What's up, popcorn theorists? Dave from Nerdbox here, and welcome back to another episode where we're going to take a deep dive into the hidden layers of your favorite movies. Now, before we do that, don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and at the end of the video, let me know what you think by dropping that in the comments. So today we are slicing into Scream 5 with a theory that may make you rethink how you see that movie going forward. Because we all know that Richie and Amber were revealed to be the Ghostfaces at the end of that film. But what if I told you that they weren't working alone? No, I'm not referring to the hospital scene. Well, maybe I will cover that in a little bit. I am referring to the opening scene of this movie where there is possibly two additional Ghostface helping them out. So today we're diving into the clues revealing that Vince Schneider and Liv McKenzie were the likely accomplices in the Woodsboro massacre. And maybe we'll touch on that hospital scene and there being a fifth Ghostface in this film. Okay, let's start with the opening of the film, and that is the attack on Tara. This is where the critical clues come into place. Now, the official canon of the film tells us that Amber was probably behind it, but I have a major issue with that. First, we know that Richie was with Sam at that time, and Amber was at home brushing her hair while being recorded. Now, before you go on and say, well, that could have been a video clip that was pre-recorded, and maybe, just maybe, there's a slim chance that that is true, you have to think about it from this perspective. Don't you think that Tara would have brought up that video to the police? And don't you think that the Woodsboro police would have done some investigating to verify Amber's whereabouts that night? I think so. In this opening scene, it's very clear that there are two Ghostfaces at the house. One outside messing with the alarm system, and another one already inside the house attacking Tara. Now, unless Ghostface has some weird teleportation powers that we haven't learned about yet, there's no way that Amber could have been at home brushing her hair, teleporting outside where she messes with the alarms, and then when the alarm is set, she teleports inside to attack Tara.
All systems disarmed. Systems armed. All systems disarmed. Systems armed. All systems disarmed. Systems armed.
Bonus question, Tara.
Please stop.
Do you think I made it inside your house before you could rearm?
So who's inside? Enter Vince. One would have to assume that it is Vince. He has a major chip on his shoulder about his uncle Stu Macher, which is why when Tara didn't mention his name as one of the original killers in 1996, the voice on the phone with Tara became very angry about that exact thing.
Who was the killer in Stab 1?
Oh, I know this one, you fuck. It's Billy Loomis. It's Billy Loomis, and he was Sydney's boyfriend, and he was played by Luke Wilson, and I got you, asshole. I got it. I got it right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tara, but that's just not correct.
What? No, it is. It is, that is right.
The correct answer is Billy Loomis and Stu Macher. There are two killers in the original Stab. I'm afraid someone's gotta die now.
Coincidence? I don't think so. Plus, there is one significant clue here that we have to look at. The Ghostface that attacks Tara inside is significantly taller than Tara is, by at least 1.5 feet. Vince's behavior after the attack is also very suspicious, where we see him showing up at the school, catching Liv's attention and seemingly luring her away from her friends that are going to the hospital. Maybe this was to plan their next steps, or maybe it was to go over the notes from the previous night. So why would she stay behind if they were not working together? Because remember, she was kind of portraying him as the bad guy in that relationship. So it really means that the two of them were likely working together. Maybe it's here where they'd gone over the notes from the previous night, or they were planning out their next steps for that evening. And here's where things get interesting, and that is at the bar later that night. Once again, we see the core group of friends somewhere, and Vince shows up, where his reckless behavior could be leading to his downfall. Because not only does he harass Chad and instigate a fight, but in an extended cut scene from the film, he also picks one with Dewey, who, as we learned, is one of the prime targets of Ghostface this time around.
Hey, Vince. Come on, you don't want to hurt anyone. Leave these kids alone and come have a drink.
Fuck you, Ryan. Let's go. Come on.
Hey, ow. Hey, what are you doing with Hey, yo. What the?
If Vince was in on the plan, it's his aggression that most likely made him a liability to the cult, which led to his untimely demise in the parking lot. And Liv being involved seems to add up as well, not only because of her involvement with Vince in the past, but her behavior changes over the course of the film, going from a somewhat dim-witted girlfriend who's arm candy for a star on the football team to a person who seems to have a bit of an edge by the end of the film. So we already talked about the Vince clue. So let's fast forward ahead to when she lures Chad outside. And what happens? He gets attacked by Ghostface.
Certain specific rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance,
Okay.
number 1.
Don't
never
do
have
it.
sex.
Don't go outside after her.
She's not texting me back.
Because she's probably dead.
Jesus, Mindy? That's my girlfriend. I love her.
Was your girlfriend.
Now, if that's not already suspicious, the clues continue to add up. Remember how Amber's phone was linked to her previous attack? Well, similar to what happened earlier, Chad is using an app that is linked to Liv's phone, the phone which is leading him into a trap.
All right. Okay. Yeah. No.
That means that this group or cult of Ghostfaces were sloppy or just plain careless.
Body outside a bar on Main, and then you get attacked here. You said the call came from Amber's number?
So, we know he cloned my phone before when he attacked Tara.
After Chad's supposed demise, Liv goes back into the house, post-party, where Mindy confronts her about Chad's disappearance. And that's where we see Liv go from clueless victim to an angry suspect when Mindy hints at her being boring and not Ghostface material.
You afraid of me, Mindy? You think I did something to your brother? Huh? You think I'm gonna cut you up? A little bit now, yeah.
I thought you said I was too boring to be the killer.
Maybe.
That's the twist.
Now, if we take a moment to think about it, who else had this type of reaction when talking about who the Ghostface was? That's Amber.
You know what else you shouldn't do when there's a masked killer around?
What?
Follow someone into a dark, creepy basement alone. I mean, how do you know I'm not the killer?
Was Liv about to crack? Was she breaking under the pressure of being a part of the cult? And is this the reason why Amber had to eliminate her early? here's where things get really interesting. We talked about there being a third and fourth Ghostface in this film, but could there be a possibility outside of Liv and Vince's involvement of there being a fifth Ghostface? Because if the cult was really to have formed in this movie or prior to it, who is that fifth person under the mask at the hospital? If Scream 4 was not the beginning of the cult, could the cult of Ghostface have formed in Part 5? And as mentioned, if there were 4 Ghostfaces in this film, that brings us to the hospital scene where Dewey is unalive. The Ghostface that took him down was brutal, calculated, and taller. This is most likely the 5th Ghostface in the film. Could it have been Stu Macher back from the dead orchestrating things from the shadows? Sure, maybe. Or could it have been somebody else that was not introduced yet? Maybe Sam's boyfriend in Part 6, Danny? Now, personally, I never liked the guy because when his girlfriend is being attacked by Ghostface, this moron is across the hallway waving his arms around like an idiot instead of running over there to save her. Think about it. If you were setting up a movement of Ghostfaces over a period of time, wouldn't you want to test the waters first? And the chaos of Scream 5 could have been the perfect groundwork for the cult's rise for the next film. And if that's the case, we have to ask this next question. What other secrets are hiding in plain sight that we haven't found yet? So let's recap the clues. Vince being a secret Ghostface makes sense, and when you look at these clues, it's very hard to deny. He's the nephew of Stu Macher, which comes with a dark cloud, and I'm sure people in Woodsboro would not be too welcoming to him. Then there's that reaction that Ghostface had on the phone with Tara when she overlooked Stu being one of the original killers. Richie was with Sam, and Amber was at home, meaning that someone else was under the mask attacking Tara in the kitchen. As mentioned, there were 2 Ghostfaces that attacked Tara. One outside the house who got locked out, and one inside the house who is noticeably taller than Tara is. Vince showing up at the high school, and then at the bar stirring up drama. And then finally, Vince attacks Dewey inside of the bar, which leads to his immediate death. And then here's the clues for Liv. Again, Richie was with Sam, Amber was at home, meaning that there was someone else under the mask attacking Tara. There were 2 Ghostfaces at Tara's house. The one outside who got locked out, the one that was inside the kitchen. Her reaction to Vince showing up on campus doesn't make sense. And then we see Liv stay behind from her friends when they go to the hospital to check on Tara. Liv lures Chad outside into a trap where he uses his phone to track her phone, only for it to lead to Ghostface. When she comes back into the house, we not only see some poor acting and her trying to cover up, not seeing Chad outside, but when Liv is confronted by Mindy, she hints that there could be a twist to who the Ghostface is and her involvement in the murders. And just like Vince, when she goes off script, Amber puts an end to it. Okay, popcorn theorists, what did you think? Was Vince an unhinged accomplice who got taken out by his own? Was Liv more involved than what we thought? Was the cult active in this film? As always, I will leave it to you to decide. And again, let's hear what you have to think about this theory by dropping it in the comments. Please, if you have time, drop a like on this video. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do that. I'm not going to be one of these other people out there saying hit the notification bell, because guess what? We will be there in your subscription feed. And as always, thank you for tuning in for another Popcorn Theory here. And until the next, see ya.